All right, let's get started. Today we're going to be inside a villager.
Ouch. Wow!
What's going to be inside? Oh, what's this? It's like everyone here is under hypnosis.
Huh. Look, there's a whole sea of emerald water,
Yep,
and
yep,
it's
yep.
all inside the villager.
So, are you ready to go inside this villager? And how convenient that you can do it through your nose. But why don't you go first?
Huh?
I'm just a little scared we might get stuck in there. And
Whoa.
if we do, I'll get you.
Ah!
Look, so far so good.
Oh?
So let's move on.
I suggest we take a little look inside his body.
Huh.
And to do that, we might want to get out of his nose.
Whoa.
Good thing we have all the tools we need. Look, it's the brain. I wonder what's inside of it.
You know, something tells me there's gonna be a bunch of emeralds inside. That's the gem the villagers like best after all. But I could be wrong. Hopefully nothing will come of our actions.
Huh?
How awful. He's really got his brain all over the emeralds here. Do you think we should take them out? After all, it shouldn't be like this. But for now, let's keep it that way.
Huh.
We still need to examine his entire body.
Don't you think there's a strange sound above us? I suggest you take a look. Whoa.
JJ, I think they're hypnotized. And from the look on their faces, they've become obsessed with the emeralds.
Huh?
If that's the case, we need to do something now, because this isn't going to lead to a good outcome.
Whoa! Look at this. There are emeralds literally everywhere. I can't believe this is happening. What are we supposed to do now? I think the first thing we should do is get out of the villager, because we don't have enough resources.
But let's first finish looking at all the places inside the villager. I think we're gonna find something interesting.
Whoa.
And look at that! There's a whole lake of emerald water.
Yep,
Now, that's something I certainly never imagined. We could swim in it.
It's a good thing we had the resources to make ladders.
Yeah.
This villager's nose is a very long nose after all, so we wouldn't have been able to just jump out, and we need to think about where we need to go first.
Maybe we should go to the mine.
Hey! Here we are out of it.
Yeah.
But now we have another problem. We have to find a way down, and I don't think jumping down is a good idea. It's too high for us right now.
Oh! And you had a piece of paper. So why don't we use them? We're so small, we can use them as parachutes. And by the way, that way, we can get to wherever we need to go in no time.
Then let's go.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fun.
Yep.
It's so cool to fly a leaf. But now, let's go to the mine. Can you imagine how many emeralds we could steal?
Whoa.
We'll be the richest in the village. Maybe I should buy myself a big house.
Hey! I think it's a little early to think about that. We haven't stolen anything yet, but I know this mine is very lucrative, so we're bound to find something, just as long as we don't have to come up with one ourselves.
Yeah!
There's a lot of them. Can you imagine how much money they make? And this is a very big mine. I'd like to take everything in here,
Whoa.
but I don't think I have enough inventory. And that's too bad, because we're not coming back here.
Let's do a little bit of block digging, because that's where we can get more emeralds in less time.
Yeah.
We still have so many things to buy. I think the villager would make a very interesting place to live, so we need to set it up.
Don't you think the miners look at us kind of strange? After all, this is their place to mine.
Whoa.
And JJ, we gotta run. They're gonna destroy us right here.
Whoa.
I can't believe they only care about a couple blocks, and we're too small to fight.
And I can't leave without a good fight. I'm not so small I can't beat a couple miners. And when I realize they've got me pinned down, I'll just fly away on a leap. Don't worry.
You know, if I were you, I'd take off right away. Because there's a lot more of them, and they're a lot bigger than you. You literally have no chance of winning. So take a leaf and fly away. You can fight when you're bigger.
Hey! And I can even hit them in the air. But Mikey's right, I gotta go. So I'll take care of one miner, and then I'll be on my way. But I'll be back for the rest of them, because they attacked us first. And I don't forgive that.
Look, we've already made it to the store, and I think we can find anything we want here, because it's really big and expensive.
Whoa.
But we have so many resources now that we can buy up the whole store.
That's for sure. Let's see what we got. And I understand it's all in emeralds. By the way, look, The salesman's hypnotized too. That's weird, but it's not gonna stop us from buying whatever we want. We can just leave the money at the register later.
Yep.
Why don't we just take everything in the store? Even the tables where the produce sits. After all, we can give some money for that too. I can imagine how surprised the villager will be when he realizes that everything has been bought up from him.
Whoa! That's a really cool idea, but I still don't think we need that much. And it's time for me to pay for everything we've taken. I think this amount of emeralds should definitely be enough. And now we can go back.
Just don't forget to bring your weapons and tools. I feel like we could really use them. And if you think about it, there's nothing else to take. So yeah, let's fly back to the village. I think the villager's waiting for us.
It's worth saying a big thank you to this store for what it is, because it has allowed us to buy everything we need for furnishing in just one place. And I thought it would take us longer than it did.
Yeah.
Now, all we have to do is get to the villager. And the best way to do that is with some leaves, because it's going to take us too long to climb it. I think that's the downside of being small. Everything seems so big.
We're also lucky the villager is asleep, because he could have attacked us. And I like being small, because we can build a house anywhere. Now let's get to it.
Yep.
Let's go. You go first, and I'll be right behind you.
Whoa! It's a good thing it landed the first time. It would have taken a long time to make the second round. Now let's go inside. We have so much work to do.
I think we'd have to get all the villagers out of there first. After all, they'll just be in our way. The most important thing is not to get hypnotized by them.
Hey! We're back where we started our journey through the villager's body. And let's go upstairs first. There was only one villager, so it'll be easier to get him out of the room.
Yep.
I thought there were two of them.
Whoa!
See, I was right. Now let's lure them to the emeralds. I think that'll work for sure. Look how quickly they reacted. Now they won't bother us while we're working.
Now we can start setting up this room. But first, we're gonna have to clean it up because there are too many unnecessary items, and I want to do it in a style that we like.
Yeah.
Well, since you already have an idea of how to make this room, I won't get in your way. It's faster and better when you work alone, after all. And don't even think about calling me lazy. I'll be a moral support.
Let's get started with the living room. I think this corner is perfect for a large bookshelf.
Nice choice. And right next to it, how about that green couch? It'll make the room feel cozy.
Exactly what I was thinking. Now, let's add those two green chairs right here.
We should definitely set up the TV across from the couch. That way, it's perfect for movie nights.
And a little reading area with a clock and a side table over in that corner.
Wow.
The room's really coming together. How about adding some plants to bring in a bit of nature?
Good thing they're all green. They're just perfect for the room.
Let's also put some bookshelves and a rocking chair. I always enjoy sitting in it, because I fall asleep on it in seconds.
Well, basically, we're all set here. I think it turned out pretty nice, but we still have so many rooms to organize, so it's not gonna be relaxing.
Yep.
All right, now we can bring the villagers back. I think they'll really like the new room. It's so cozy now, after all. The most important thing is not to look at the TV, because we might get hypnotized.
And I don't think it's going to affect us. We're not villagers.
Wow! I like emeralds. They're the best. I want as many emeralds as possible.
Ow! Come on, JJ. Get it together. Looks like I did it. Now we have to free Mikey. Come to your senses, Mikey.
That's terrible. You and I have been hypnotized after all. And if it weren't for you, we'd still be here. Now let's get on with setting up the rooms. And I think we should do the kitchen. It's an important part of the house.
But first, you and I need to clean this place up, and that means all the emeralds. I think we can leave the villager alone. He'll be out of our way anyway. He's just sitting there listening to music anyway.
I think it's a good place to start. After all, you'll be putting up the furniture, and I'll be removing blocks if necessary. It'll be a lot faster that way.
All right, let's line up these 3 cabinets along the wall.
Yeah.
Looks good. But you know what?
Huh?
We should swap out one of those cabinets for a sink instead.
Good call. A sink here will be more practical.
Perfect! Now, let's place the stove to the right of those cabinets. And above it, a nice sleek range hood.
Got it! The range hood's in, and next to it, let's add some hanging shelves for easy access.
Yeah.
Shelves are a must. And just to the right of the stove,
Whoa.
the fridge should fit perfectly.
Fridge is in place. Now, let's set up the toaster and microwave on the left side of the stove.
Nice. Everything's within reach. Over here, how about a white table with 3 matching chairs against this wall?
Great idea. It'll be a nice spot for quick meals.
Yep.
And we can't forget the bar. Let's put a bar counter in the middle of the room with some bar stools.
Absolutely. The bar's all set. And now to finish off, let's add some plants to brighten up the space.
Yeah.
This kitchen is looking amazing, JJ. I think we've outdone ourselves.
I think it turned out just perfect. You can see the villager sure likes it. And now we can go to the other room. Hopefully we won't spend as much time there as we did in the kitchen. I'm getting a little tired.
You're understandable, of course. After all, you've done so much inside this villager. Well, when we finish setting up the house, you can go to bed and sleep as much as you want. I'll take care of the rest.
Let's start setting up the bedroom then. All right, let's start by placing this big table with the mirror.
Yeah.
It'll fit perfectly right here, next to the red bed.
Red bed on the right side of the table? Great choice. And we'll place the green bed opposite it, right?
Exactly. Now, let's add the wardrobe above the shoe cabinets under the mirror.
Yep.
That way, everything's neatly organized.
Good thinking. And those screens around the beds will give us some privacy. Let's place them around both beds.
Yeah, and don't forget the nightstands beside each bed.
Wow!
They'll be perfect for lamps or anything else we need at night.
What about the small drawers near the wardrobe? We can use them for extra storage.
Got it. Let's put those in. And we'll add a large wardrobe near the green bed with a small nightstand next to it.
Wow! Perfect! This room is coming together nicely.
You know, this bedroom turned out absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
The red and green beds and all the storage, we really nailed it.
Yeah, it's cozy, but also really stylish. The screens around the beds add a nice touch, too.
Totally. It's perfect. But now, where to next?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it. We've got some fun stuff to set up in there.
All right. First up is the arcade machine.
Wow.
Let's place it right over here.
And the dance machine goes next to it, right? That'll be awesome for some dance-offs.
Exactly. Now, in the opposite corner, let's set up the desk with the computer and dual monitors.
Yeah.
We can place the chair right here. Whoa.
Great! The red sofa should go just to the right of that. You'll want it facing the big screen.
Wow.
Perfect spot. Now let's put the slim TV directly across from the sofa for the best viewing angle.
And don't forget to add some plants.
I love the final result.
Yeah.
And the best part is that we made this room quite quickly. So now we can get on with the other rooms. And I think we should get the water out of the bathroom.
Are you sure we can get all that water out? After all, we don't even have anything to clean it up with. But I think we can do something. It's just a matter of trying. And then we can start organizing the room.
Then let's get started quickly. Let's start with these 2 cabinets on either side and the sink in the middle.
Perfect. And to the right, we'll add a small door for storing things.
Yeah.
Above the sink, let's hang these 3 wall cabinets. They'll keep everything nice and tidy.
Good call. Now, in the left corner, let's set up the big shower. It's going to be a nice focal point.
And next to the shower, we can place a shelf for towels. It's always handy to have them close by.
Across from the sink, the toilet and a brush right next to it. Simple but essential.
All done. This
Yep.
bathroom is coming together nicely. That bathroom turned out really nice.
Yeah.
Everything is in its place, and it just looks so organized.
Yeah, it's really coming together. But let's keep moving. The library is next on our list.
All right, let's start with these two large bookshelves opposite each other. They'll give the room a balanced look.
Good idea. Now, along this wall, we'll place 2 more big bookshelves on the ends.
And in between them, we can add some small cabinets filled with books.
Wow!
It'll break up the space nicely.
Let's finish off by adding some plants to brighten up the room.
Let's give this villager a little gift. I want to replace the emerald blocks in his brain with music. I think that would make his life a lot more fun. And we can finally get some rest after all this work.
Yeah.
Imagine, he'll always have music playing in his head. It's a dream come true.
I love the emeralds. I have to collect them all. Emeralds.